From getting a 7-season-long reboot after 10 years to trying to dodge the repercussions of J.K. Rowling's transphobic comments, here's what you should know about the new Harry Potter TV series. So listen, don't be shocked if you get some owl-delivered letters soon, because the Harry Potter business is about to get a big boost from a brand new TV series. Warner Bros. Discovery and its president, David Zaslav, have announced that the Harry Potter franchise will be restarted. And this series is gonna have 7 seasons. The plan for the new series already sounds bold, and it'll definitely be a big seller for the company's new Max streaming service. See, the Wizarding World of Harry Potter is one of the most famous and beloved film series ever made. And since the first book came out in 1997, it's gained a huge number of fans all over the world. So a multi-million-dollar business started to grow, and it wasn't long before the stories of Harry Potter's adventures were told in the now legendary 8-film series. Many Harry Potter fans were happy when Harry's story ended in Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2, but many would also say that the current state of the series has been a bit rough. The Fantastic Beasts series was supposed to have a total of 5 movies, but bad reviews and even worse box office sales meant that only 3 movies were made. And when you add in the original Harry Potter and J.K. Rowling's controversial comments about transgender rights, it seems like the future of the whole series is unclear. So you get it. They've probably seen this as a chance to give the popular series a new start. Anyway, everything points to the series being a complete rewrite of the Harry Potter story. Each season of the show will probably be based on one of the 7 books in the series, and it looks like it'll stay even closer to the books than the movies did. I know the book lover in you is over the moon. So am I. Some of those movies truly butchered the books. Now, Harry's 7-chapter story is well known to fans of the series. But if you're one of the lucky few who's going to see the Wizarding World of Harry Potter for the first time in the new series, this will be an interesting journey for you. At first look, it seems strange to start over with things that have already been shown on screen, but I think the series can finally show what was left out of the movies. There'll still not be a lot of time, but not as little either, as each book will get its own season on the show. It'll give each one more time to be explored, but the real question is, how much is J.K. Rowling involved in this production? According to Zaslav, J.K. Rowling will still be an executive director for the new series. This probably means that the show will still be true to the book, but Rowling's political views have made her, well, a controversial figure. Even with the success of other Harry Potter products, like the recently released video game Hogwarts Legacy, Rowling's earnings are said to have dropped by a large amount after she made some comments that transgender people and activists think are discriminatory. Either way, Rowling will probably still have full creative power over the project, because she's the executive director and owns the Harry Potter IP. Plus, the show is expected to air in 2025 or 2026, and since Warner Bros. Discovery is making a big change to its streaming service, even renaming it from HBO Max to just Max, it's quite possible that the company wants Harry Potter on the streaming service as soon as possible. The same goes for J.K. Rowling, whose production company's earnings dropped by 74% last year. In the same announcement, they said that the series will have a new cast to lead a new generation of fandom, full of the fantastic details, much-loved characters, and dramatic locations that Harry Potter fans have loved for over 25 years. When that happens, it'll be interesting to see who'll play the roles. That includes Harry Potter, Hermione Granger, and Ron Weasley, who were played by Daniel Radcliffe, Emma Watson, and Rupert Grint in the movies. Chances are that the original film cast might show up in some way, like in cameos, flash forwards to them as adults, or meta parts. But seeing how Rowling got backlash from original cast too, I don't think any of them would want to be involved with Rowling's work, at least until she politically corrects herself. By the way, I'm betting on Tom Felton playing Lucius Malfoy. And about the trailer, yes, there is one. But if you think it'll be a short video that goes into story details, you'll be more upset than Slytherin when they lose the House Cup ceremony for the 7th time. The video is mostly just a statement that a new version of the Harry Potter universe is being made for Max, but there are a few things that might be important. First of all, John Williams' famous theme song is right in the middle of the trailer. This could be a sign that the music from the movies will be in the new series. As the lights in the Great Hall of Hogwarts come together to make the sign, which is also very familiar, you can see the School of Witchcraft and Wizardry in the background, which looks almost exactly like it did in the movies. Even though the new project is likely to be a complete restart of the series, it's kind of nice to know that some things might stay the same. Now, here's the thing. Potterheads shared their opinions online, and I can't sugarcoat it enough, but they were quite brutal. Most fans went on Twitter and straight up started cursing J.K. Rowling. Well, understandable, because their main concern was Max supporting a transphobe by producing this series with her, and they just called this project a white agenda. But some took quite an elaborate approach to explain how this is gonna be a disaster. They said that this reboot will be just like the Gossip Girl reboot that barely got any hype, because reboots with different casts just don't work, especially when they have the exact same plotline. But it's also about having zero creativity in this series, since it'll just replicate every set design, costume, and story arc, and everyone's gonna compare the new child actors to the original cast, which is just sad. And some just don't think this should exist at all. But I think there are some characters that this series can do justice with. The planned reboot could give the house elves the attention they deserve by giving the story more time to grow. By keeping Dobby and adding Winky to the Goblet of Fire story, we can learn more about the habits and culture of house elves, especially those who live at Hogwarts.
Wingardium Leviosa. Stop. It's Leviosa, not Leviosa. You do it then if you're so clever.
Adding creatures' growth to that house elf story would make it bigger, building up to their part in the Battle of Hogwarts. Giving the house elves the credit they deserve would make for a great story in the series, and easily set it apart from the movies, don't you think? In the movies, the story about the house elves is mostly gone, but if this story is retold again, it might finally get the attention it deserves. Mind you, Hermione's effort to incite a rebellion among the house elves was one of the plot lines that was deleted from the film adaptation. In fact, it's been viewed as problematic in the years after the text was published, so will the TV program include such kinds of features for continuity's sake? Plus, people have already seen these events in live action. At least in TV spin-offs like The Mandalorian, there's some suspense as to how things will turn out. But the same exact details as the books? We'll have to watch and see how we feel about that. Anyway, that's all on Harry Potter's new series, folks.